Hey, good morning, everybody. All right. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Rita Hickman. I'm a body mind expert and shiatsu massage therapist. And you're getting my spare room because as we're staying from home and everybody's home, this is the quietest place I've got. So no turkeys today. Sorry. Anyways, my name's Rita Hickman. I'm a body mind expert, a shiatsu massage therapist, and I help women who are in toxic and narcissistic relationships really find their way out, find their voice, heal from divorce, get community and support, um, develop their healing, their own personal healing abilities, um, and really just create the life that you were supposed to create, the healthiest life that's possible, the one that you were supposed to have when you grew up in a healthy, balanced, supportive family, which taught you good relationship skills and good communication skills and strengthened your intuition and helped you recognize that you deserve to be loved, helped you have respect for yourself, love for yourself, helped you walk in a way that lifts everybody up, helped, would have helped you manage your pain and learn how you worked as a person, would have helped you problem solve the issues that you have. All of those things we were supposed to get in a healthy family. We were supposed to, when we were launched out into the world, be prepared for the wide variety that exists. But most of us didn't, which is why you're here. We're talking about narcissistic relationships. So last night in our group, we talked about community. That was the biggest focus. And it was a beautiful, beautiful group last night of women in our narcissist recovery group. And how many women who end up in relationships with narcissists were not taught or did not have close community or family. I mean, let's put our minds to it in this way. So many women who are empathic and compassionate ended up in families which were a little bit disordered. Maybe they had mental health issues or other issues going on. And empathy, your empathy was as a direct result, genetically or otherwise, of the disorder and the mental health and the issues that your family had. Direct result. And empaths, when they're in difficult situations like that, they're traumatic. I women will say how their sisters or their brothers didn't feel the same way that they did, victimized and terrorized. And maybe they were, maybe they weren't. But every person has their own level of sensitivity. And women who are empathic and have a highly sensitive nervous system ended up with a lot of trauma. And the thing with trauma is that it's secrets. It's all about secrets. It's all about isolation. It's all about never letting anybody in close enough to have a good friend. It's about acquaintanceships rather than having depth. It's about hiding things and protecting things instead of feeling safe enough to share, safe enough to express how you're feeling. So many women who deal with narcissistic relationships really don't know what community looks like. And in this time of everybody being quarantined and sick and not sick and isolating, it just compounds the problem that a lot of women who are in narcissistic relationships have, which is this emotional isolation, not just loneliness, but the fact that you don't know how or don't have any close, meaningful relationships. Just don't. For me, it was because I didn't trust them. I didn't know what they looked like. I had learned early on how to take care of myself and get a lot of my own needs met, how to not depend upon anybody, how to not trust anybody, except, of course, let's say narcissists, because they fit, the right pattern we were looking for. But a lot of women who are in difficult situations now came from an environment where we didn't really understand friendships or closeness or how important those communities are. As you start to be isolated with a narcissist, this is actually a time of change for you. One, the narcissist may not want to have anything to do with you, which is good for you. It gives you a break from the insanity. gives you a break from it all. Other narcissists, they will want all of your time, and they will be following you around and pushing you to your edge. And so the pivot time may be that you're pushed to your edge, that you're not going to take it anymore. Because now more than ever, we're reminded how important it is to have people who care about us, like really care about us, to have relationships with people and connections, how important it is to have depth and intimacy, and how they actually exist. They aren't just unicorns or fantasies or pipe dreams. Close relationships made up of people who care about you, who have the ability to care, who have the ability to give and take. Those communities are what we need more than ever. I mean, I've been reaching out to women after women and people that I know and family members to keep that community strong. Because many women who are in these isolating, toxic sorts of relationships, you're going to end up feeling even more isolated now because you don't have community. You don't have people in your life that are calling you sincerely and saying, "Hey, how you doing? What do you need? How can I help?" We don't have that. Maybe it's a one-sided relationship where somebody calls us, but all they do is take and take and take and take and take. They're another narcissist, just in a different way. Now is the time to recognize that you have been missing something very, very important. And what you've been missing is close, meaningful community. And maybe you don't know how to make it. Maybe you don't know what's it all about. Maybe you don't think you can trust it. Maybe every time you've tried to make friends, you've been burned. That happens when we don't have good spidey senses about relationships and how they actually organically grow and how we can nurture them versus get all freaked out and scared around them. So this whole quarantine time, this whole issue with the coronavirus, it will bring up things that you need to know, that you need to look at. And one of them is, if you don't have close community, it's time to get it. Because none of us will survive on our own, mentally or emotionally or physically. We're just not going to. It just doesn't work that way. So if you need a community, consider reaching out. We've got a beautiful community online of women who know exactly what it's like to be in a relationship with a narcissist, or raised by a narcissist, or in a job with a narcissist. They get it. They understand. They're not going to laugh at you or think you're crazy. And they're not going to belittle you or give you bad advice about how you just need to suck it up. If you need something more because you're realizing in this time that something important was really missing, people who care about you, that you can care about, where it's authentic and kind, then, as I said, consider reaching out. Give me 24 to 48 hours to get back to people. And we can connect you up with what the different options are, how you can start to move yourself out of the place you've been. And the way you do it is by finding safe places to have friends and people that you can love who love you back. Okay? So 815-245-9673. You can text me. rhickman@inspiremassage.com. You can email me, or just, make a comment on this video, or send me a message. It's much easier through my private messenger than my business messenger, just because of how Facebook's set up. But you don't have to do this alone anymore. And you're going to realize, either by not having a narcissist around because they're quarantining themselves, or because they're constantly in your life and won't leave you alone and are poking you and poking you. If that happens, you're going to realize that you need something different. This is going to be the crux, the turning point, the decision making for you. You'll be like, no, not doing this anymore. And when you're ready to not do it anymore, give me a call. We'll figure something out to get you on a good path, okay? So I hope you have a great rest of your day. Good luck with your quarantine. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.